Hello, good morning, my friends. It's Jenna Kutcher. I'm so excited. So I wanted to come on the internet and share a little bit about why it is so critical and so important that we are showing up online in this season. So one of the biggest things that I've been paying attention to is just the questions that I've been getting and the people that are sharing their struggles of what they're working through. And so many of you are saying, I have no idea how to be showing up, what to post, how to not sound insensitive, how to sell, all of these things. So if you felt that, can you just give some hearts and let me know if you felt that? Because this season has gone on for like 45 days. I think I've been in quarantine for 45 days. And I have felt a gamut of emotions where I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I talk about this thing? How can I sell this thing? Is this going to come across as like me just being this crazy business owner? How can I make sure that my business survives? How can I make sure that payroll continues? And so I have been treading the water right alongside of you. And so today I want to share 3 reasons why it is so important that we continue to show up, and not just show up online, but to show up strategically online. Okay. So number 1 is this. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time researching the algorithm, and I wanted to kind of get inside of the head of how they are prioritizing posts, what it looks like for our posts to be getting seen on the platforms. And something that I found that was super interesting is that the way that the algorithm works is that they are constantly ranking our content. And so our content is showing up in the feeds of other people's stuff. And if we follow the tendency to want to just stop posting altogether, then what's going to happen is that Instagram is going to see that we're not as valuable of a content producer, and therefore it's going to impact our opportunities to show up in people's feeds. So what this means is that if you decide right now to just stop showing up, like I'm going to just not say anything on social media, I'm not going to post for the next month, I'm going to wait this whole thing out, what is going to happen is that when you come back online, when you start sharing posts again, it is going to take a long ramp for your post to start being seen as quality content. And this is not a good thing. This means that when things get busy, when business starts picking up for you again, it's going to take you even longer to get your post seen. Therefore, it is so important that you do not just go silent. You have to continue showing up. You have to continue posting. You have to continue sharing, because you want to be seen as a quality account, an account that brings energy, vibes, education, inspiration, joy to the platforms, and not show Instagram or Facebook that you're just going to ghost when it hits a fan. I don't want for you to have a very long runway when things start to pick up, because guess what? They're going to pick up again. And so my greatest fear for so many people that are just waiting in the wings and they're saying, I'll figure it out when things get busy again, is that it's going to be a problem, because it's going to create this very long runway for you to even get your posts back into the feeds of the people who care about them. And it's going to be a lot more work. And so it is so important that we are showing up right now. That is reason number 1. Do not create a longer runway than is necessary by just going silent right now. Keep showing up on the platform. Keep showing these platforms that you are posting content, that you are sharing content, that you are providing information, inspiration, joy, whatever it looks like for your audience. It's going to pay off tenfold. Okay. The next secret, or the next reason why it is so important that you continue to show up in this season right now, is that now is a great time to be refining your message. What is it that you do? What value do you bring to the internet? How are you reaching your clients? Right now is a season where it's almost like you can rebuild your portfolio online when things are a little bit quieter. You can be super intentional with your posts. And what's happening is that so many people are going quiet. They're not working on a plan. They're not developing a strategy. And then what's going to happen is that when things pick up again, they're going to get so busy that they're going to fall into this excuse of, I don't have time to create a strategy or a plan. And so it is so, so important right now, today, that we are showing up. We're working on refining our message. We're allowing our followers to imagine themselves becoming clients of ours. We're helping people bookmark things that they can purchase when they start start to get more money in their piggy banks. And so right now, I've done so many podcast episodes about things you should be working on in the slow season. But if you are not developing a system that is going to serve you when things get busy again, then you are never going to be utilizing social media in a way that you can, that is going to influence your marketing and your sales. And so there has never been a better time for you to refine your message, for you to help people imagine themselves becoming your clients, for you to educate people on what you do, what you offer, and for you to just be showing up. Like literally, if it helps you to think about this, think about the next 60 days as this chance to rebuild your online portfolio so that when you come out of this, people can land on your feet and they can say, this is who this person is. This is how they serve the world. This is what they have for sale. And this is how I know if I'm going to be a customer or a client of theirs. We are future pacing right now. What that means is that what we are sharing today is going to help people start imagining themselves becoming our client either now or in the future. And so if you can continue to share your transformation stories, share testimonials, share content that people imagine themselves becoming that client in, people are going to be bookmarking things. People are going to be saving things. And guess what? People are still spending their money to gain access to the tools that they need in order to have more joy, save more time, or make more money. It's true. I'm going to say it. So many of my friends in the online education space are noticing an uptick in their sales because we want to learn things faster and we want to learn them in a more strategic way. And so strategy is king right now. Now, the number three reason why you need to be showing up right now in this season is that this is a season of imprinting. What does that mean? So there are so many different studies on how our brain files memories. And imprinting happens when we are pushed out of our comfort zone. So have you guys ever been through a week and you're like, this week, probably in quarantine, this week felt like it went by in the blink of an eye, probably because you were doing the same routine, the same thing. I've seen so many people where they're like, I don't even know what day it is today. That's because we're just in this routine. We're just in this cycle. Imprinting happens when you are pushed out of your comfort zone, when there is crisis, when there is stress, when something in your environment changes that causes you to remember something. So if you think back into times of your childhood, imprinting happened in different seasons where there was either immense joy or something new or something out of the ordinary or a sense of adventure or a sense of sadness or crisis. Those are the memories we remember. Whereas we don't necessarily remember a Monday back in 1990 when we watched Barney. Like that just goes right over our head. And so right now we are literally in a season of imprinting, meaning that people are going to remember who showed up in this season. They're paying attention to who's serving in this season. They're really taking notice of who's stepping up, who's helping them, who's adding joy, who is being present. You want to be imprinted in people's memories in this season, and the only way that you can do that is by showing up. How many of you agree? Like when you think of imprinting, if this is a new idea to you, if this is something you've never really thought about before, how many of you agree that the things, those memories that you could close your eyes and go back to with just your eyes shut in 1 second are those seasons where something was out of the ordinary, where you were forced out of your comfort zone? It is proven that the season that we are in today is a season of imprinting. And let me tell you that I want to be front of mind when people think back to this crisis, when they think back to this season of uncertainty. I want them to say, Jenna Kutcher showed up, she served, she helped me, she made sure that she was present in my feed, in my business, in my life. That's what I'm worried about. I want to be a part of this season for you so that you never forget that as a leader, I was showing up. And guess what? You are a leader. You are an influencer. So the number 3 reason why you need to be showing up right now is that people are going to remember everything about this season. We are going to be able to close our eyes and say, remember that one time when we had to stay home for 60 days, whatever that is. It is so important that right now we continue to show up for others. So there are so many different things that people are saying that they need help with. And I want to just share a little bit about what we've been creating behind the scenes to answer the call and the cries that we have been hearing. So today I am launching a brand new offer. It is my lowest price offer that I've ever put out into the world. It is called Insta Essentials. And what it is a 60-day roadmap to walk you through all things Instagram and showing up for the next 60 days. Now it is $49, and inside Insta Essentials, you are going to get my exact playbook for Instagram. You're going to learn about Instagram lives like this one, how to create a script for them. Instagram stories, I've created a video tutorial on hacks on how to use Instagram stories better, how to increase your engagement and your insights. I have 20 beautiful professional stock photos that are curated exactly for you. I have 45 caption starters. I have information all about hashtags, about using call to actions in your post, about increasing your engagement. And I have included pretty much everything that you could possibly need to be successful on this platform in the next 60 days. What's different about this and the Instagram Lab is the Instagram Lab is my entire in-depth whole Monty of how I approach Instagram with every marketing strategy. This is the roadmap. This is the implementation piece of the Instagram Lab. It is 60 days of content. I included Instagram story highlight features. So have you ever seen those little featured stories where people have little pretty icons? We created custom ones, and I created a video to show you how to customize those, upload them to your account. There is so much goodness. I show you how to edit photos inside of the app. And so what is so important is that I want to give you every single tool that you need to show up on this platform and show up well for the next 60 days. And I wanted this to become a no-brainer purchase for you. Something that is so easy, something that is low price so that you can jump on in and take action. Here's what one of my students said. I was so motivated during a quick skim of the content and how easy it was that I quickly jumped on Instagram and posted for the first time in 3 weeks. Now, after working through a few of the pages, I have my next month of Instagram ready to go. No more feeling guilty about posting and ghosting. Jenna broke it down for all of us that struggle the most with showing up online. This person, Sam, made 2 sales within 5 minutes of sharing. Her first post in 3 weeks within 5 minutes of sharing. Now you can jump on in. It's at instaessentials.com. It's instaessentials.com. This is different from our Instagram Lab because our Instagram Lab is a giant course. It walks you through every single nitty-gritty piece of the entire pie. And this is basically like the study guide, the implementation guide that goes along with this course. And so it's an amazing, amazing addition and the implementation side of how you can execute this in the next 60 days. It's also very pertinent for this season. So we created it with this season in mind to really help people shift their messaging, refine how they're showing up on the platform, and strategically create a plan so that when life gets busy again, we know exactly how to show up well, and not just how to get more followers, but how to convert those followers into paying clients. I am literally so proud of this offer because what it is exactly what people have been needing. And so I'm super, super excited. What I want to share with you is that what you do in these next 60 days is going to define how you come out of this crisis. I can say that hands down. Whether or not you buy my new program or not, totally cool. But these next 60 days are going to lay the foundation for how you show up after things start to come back to normal. How are you going to show up in this season to build that trust, that know, that like, that trust factor so that people remember what you've done, they know exactly what you have to offer, and they know how to become a paying client of yours? I am so excited about this. I really hope that you jump on in. And if anything, take my 3 pieces of advice today and continue to show up on this platform. People are going to remember the way you showed up. And I want you to be proud of the work that you've been doing. Instagram is not just a highlight reel. It is our legacy being lived out loud. And so your story is unfolding today, right now, in this moment, and you get to choose what that next chapter looks like. I really hope to see you inside of Insta Essentials. Again, it is instaessentials.com. And regardless, make sure that you show up for the next 60 days. I got you. I'm going to help you walk through this, and you can do this. I believe in you. I'll see you guys soon.